Hello, once more, and welcome back to the channel here on YouTube, doing my Week 16 NFL prediction video series. Here on this Week 16, after going 4-3 in Week 15, I am 55-50 on the year, 5 games over 500 improvement from last week when I was only 4 over. So this week, 5 over. But I'm hoping to stay that way. Disappointing weeks the last few weeks. If you watch my NFL prediction recap from last night, I went 2-5, 2-5, 4-3, and 4-3 in the last few weeks for a record of 10-11, for an unfortunate record of 10-11. So we're going to get on track going into the rest of the season the next 3 weeks. We'll see what we can do. This week we have games Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, and Monday predicting. So 4 days of games to go through. I have 7 new games on the schedule, so let's get started with the Week 16 NFL predictions right here, everyone. Let's go. And the first game up will be the Rams and the Saints on Thursday Night Football. Both these teams coming in at 7-7 on the year. By the way, the Rams, Matthew Stafford playing at home, Thursday night game. Not a lot of people probably thinking, okay, Rams, can they be a playoff team this year? Currently, they hold the last wild card spot in the league. As you look at the standings, at 7-7, and you have to look at the teams in front of them that have clinched in the 49ers in their own division. The 49ers in their own division have clinched so far. So really interesting to see what's going to happen this week. Going forward, you have the Cowboys and Eagles have clinched playoff spots, but the 49ers are New Orleans that have clinched a division title at this moment. Rams coming in with 3 games left. This year, coming in, this first matchup is a winnable game, I think, for the Rams. Matthew Stafford Saints, 7-7, tied for first with the Buccaneers in that division. I'll talk about the Buccaneers here shortly. But the Rams, I like the Rams at home this week on Thursday night. I think the Rams will get a big win on Thursday night to get to 8-7 and improve their chances at earning one of the 3 wildcard spots in the NFC with a win on Thursday night. So there you go for the Rams, taking the Rams on Thursday. Moving on to our next game. We're sticking around in the AFC North, between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. And I think the storyline for this game, from what I saw, Steelers have announced that they're going to start, Mason Rudolph this week. So, Mitch Trubisky out now. Mason Rudolph now in as starter. Bengals coming in off a win against the Vikings, where they improved 8-6. And one thing I want to talk about, I'm going to compare the Bengals, 2023 version of the Bengals, with Jake Browning, their backup quarterback, to the Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles that won Super Bowl 52 with Nick Foles as their backup quarterback. Everyone remembers the Eagles when they won Super Bowl 52 against the Patriots. Carson Wentz got hurt on the road in LA that year, and then Nick Foles had to come in and relieve him and take the Eagles down the stretch and got them to the postseason, got them all the way to the Super Bowl and won a Super Bowl MVP. I'll say this about Jake Browning being unbeaten so far since taking over for the injured Joe Burrow. Jake Browning is one of those quarterbacks. Could we be seeing Nick Foles 2.0 right now with the Bengals? Can the Bengals actually do something crazy and win a Super Bowl with their backup quarterback at the helm, leading the team the rest of the way? I think it's possible. But it's not. I think it's possible, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen. If it is, it's going to be crazy to see. And I think the Bengals this week going into Pittsburgh, playing their third string quarterback for the Steelers, and Mason Rudolph. I think the Bengals are going to have this game under control. I think the Bengals get a win. I'm going to give the Bengals their 9th win here on the road on Saturday afternoon, as this game is one of the Saturday games that happens. So give the Bengals a win on Saturday against the Steelers on the road. This is the Saturday afternoon game on NBC. This is the game that will be on TV. The other game that's on NBC is going to be a Peacock exclusive game only. But give me the Bengals on the road in Pittsburgh on Saturday. Next matchup. We have the 9-5 Cleveland Browns and Joe Flacco, who beat the Bears over the weekend. My Bears. As a Bears fan, unfortunate. And they are going to Houston on Sunday to play the 8-6 Houston Texans. So Browns 9-5 currently coming into this matchup. have the best record out of all the teams that are in wild card contention at the moment. Can the Browns actually beat a Houston team? I don't know. C.J. Stroud, he missed last week with a concussion, and the Texans got a win on the road with their backup quarterback over the weekend. I look at this matchup. Browns going on the road to Houston and Cleveland. This is going to be a matchup where you have the Texans, who are in a three-way race with Jacksonville and Indianapolis. So whatever happens this weekend, even if the Jaguars and Colts don't do good, you have the Houston Texans playing at home. One of those three teams will be in first place by the end of the weekend on Sunday. And I'd like to see I don't know what I think is going to happen in this matchup. I think the Houston Texans playing at home, I think they're going to upset the Browns this week and send the Browns to their sixth loss. Browns, I think, will still make the postseason, most likely as a wild card team, being in their spot. We'll have to wait and see what happens, but I do like the Houston Texans this week if C.J. Stroud is healthy, and even if he's not healthy, I still think the Texans playing at home can get a big win on a Sunday against Cleveland. So give me the Texans there. Next matchup, one I wanted to talk about. Jaguars 8-6, like I said, coming in on a three-way tie with the Colts and the Texans. Having to go into Tampa Bay 7-7, Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield last week, perfect passer rating in Green Bay on the road. First quarterback ever to do that in Lambeau Field as a visiting quarterback. As I said, Jaguars coming in 8-6, tied with the Texans and the Colts for first place in the AFC South. Well, the Buccaneers come in at 7-7, tied with the Saints for first place in the NFC South. Look at the matchup, Buccaneers at home against the Jaguars. Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers, they end up making some magic happen this week at home. I think they will, playing at home. Jacksonville Jaguars, this is a road game they have to go on the road to on Sunday afternoon, which will be interesting to see what happens in the matchup. I'm going to go out on a limb and give a surprise pick this week. I think Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers make things happen this week, and I think they get a win again for a second week in a row, get themselves 8-7, get themselves above 500 with 2 games left. Buccaneers are going to run the tables this week against the Jaguars, give the Jaguars their 7th loss, which means Jacksonville's going to have to fight for a playoff spot, just like they did last year in the last 2 weeks of the season. So I'm taking Tampa Bay at home this week on Sunday. Moving on to the next game of the day. Dallas Cowboys coming in off loss in Buffalo as they come in at 10-4. Sitting in first place, right above the Eagles, who are also 10-4. They have to go to Miami this weekend on Sunday. And Miami, by the way, 10-4, leading the AFC East. The Dolphins have a tough stretch the next 3 games. And it starts this Sunday with the Cowboys coming in at 10-4. Look at the matchup. It's going to be interesting to see on Christmas Eve. This matchup's going to be one of the most watched games, I think, on TV this weekend in Miami between Tua Tagovailoa and Dak Prescott. Whichever quarterback can move the ball quick downfield will definitely get a win this week in the matchup. I think the Dolphins get a big win. I think the Dolphins make some big things happen this week. I think the Dolphins will get their 11th win because I'm not a fan of the Cowboys, but the Cowboys are America's team. They've done pretty good lately. But last time I picked against the Cowboys did trick. Cowboys did get the win against Philadelphia when I picked against them a few weeks ago on Sunday Night Football. But I think the picking against the Cowboys this week should be pretty easy. I'm taking Miami and Tua Tagovailoa and Tyreek Hill. I'm taking the Dolphins over the Cowboys this week to get a win. I think the Dolphins get to 11-4 and possibly even clinch a division title maybe or a postseason berth on Sunday. Moving on, next matchup, Christmas Day. First of 2 Christmas Day games. There's 3 games on Christmas Day, but this is the one game I'm going to predict. Las Vegas coming in at 6-8, having to travel to Kansas City and Arrowhead Stadium and Patrick Mahomes of the Chiefs. My favorite team, 9-5, Chiefs fans. As a Kansas City Chiefs fan, I will say this. It's been a tough year at 9-5. Last few games where the Chiefs have been... the last 3 weeks have been kind of tough to watch. With a loss to the Eagles on Monday Night Football a few weeks back. And a loss to the Bills, which was an offsides controversial call. Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes get fined by the league. And then other players getting caught doing the same thing, and people pointing it out, like Tyreek Hill, for example, or a few other players, and the league not calling it. I guess the league's going to catch up on that, Kansas City Chiefs are not the team to beat this year. I think they are, but they're not likely to host the AFC title game this year, unfortunately, for a 6th straight year. So the streak of 5 straight AFC championship games hosted might be coming to an end. On the other side, for Raiders, you have Michael Pierce, their interim head coach, Super Bowl winning champion with the Giants as a linebacker with Eli Manning in 07-08. As the interim head coach in Las Vegas, he's unbeaten so far to start his career, 6-8. Raiders just behind the Broncos. Raiders having to go on the road this week. Chiefs have been beating the Raiders over the years and have some pretty decent numbers. I like Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes this week. I think they're going to continue the winning after beating New England last week, sending the Patriots to their 11th loss. I think Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes get back in business this week, get their 2nd straight win, get to 10 wins on the year, be the 3rd AFC team to 10 wins. And if they do that, they control their own destiny with the number 3 seed. And it's going to be a wild run to the finish line over the next 3 weeks to see who gets the number 1 seed in the AFC. So we'll have to stay tuned for watching those games, everyone. So comment below who you think is going to win all these games this week. I'm taking the Chiefs this week. One more game to preview for the week. Give me Kansas City on Monday afternoon on Christmas. Last but not least, we have the 11-3 Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, who showed off pretty good over the weekend on Sunday Night Football against Jacksonville. They have to travel to San Francisco on Monday night, which will be a game on ABC between the 49ers, who are also 11-3, 2 teams that are also 11-3, and 2 quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson and Brock Purdy, who could be fighting to win the NFL MVP award this year. But you also have to throw in 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey into this game, as well as an MVP candidate as well. Brock Purdy said it himself over the week. I think it was the other day. He said that after the game, he said that he thinks Christian McCaffrey should win the MVP over him this year. This will be a fun game. But I think the Ravens going into San Francisco this weekend on Monday, on Christmas Day, or Christmas night in game. I think the Ravens are going to have a tough task. I think this game's going to be pretty close. These 2 teams, the last time they met in a big game was in Super Bowl 47, and the Ravens won. But, this will be a Super Bowl 58 matchup preview, which might see this again in February. I think the 49ers are pretty good. I like Brock Purdy and the 49ers. I think George Kittle's going to get a few touchdowns, maybe 1 or 2. Christian McCaffrey will get 1 as well. Brock Purdy will have a few touchdown passes, potentially. And I'm going to take the 49ers over the Ravens in a close game. Final score of this game might be 31-30, might be 31-28, might be 27-24. But I'm taking the 49ers no matter what, because I think the 49ers at home on Monday night getting a win against Baltimore. So give me the 49ers on Monday Night Football on Christmas night. That is the Week 16 NFL predictions. Here's a quick recap who I'm taking. First of all, starting in Los Angeles on Thursday night, taking the Rams to go to 8-7 over the Saints. From there, taking the one road team, the Bengals, over Pittsburgh. The rest of the schedule, going all home favorites, taking Houston over Cleveland at home, taking Tampa Bay over Jacksonville, taking Miami over Dallas on Sunday. Christmas Day, I'm taking the Chiefs over the Raiders. And also Christmas night matchup between the 49ers and the Ravens right here that we have. Taking the 49ers over the Ravens in a close game, which could be high scoring, as I think the 49ers win on Christmas Day night. With that being said, hope you all enjoyed today's Week 16 NFL predictions. Please comment below who your favorite team is playing, and if you think they're going to win. With that being said, I hope everyone enjoyed today's video. If you did, please remember to watch, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to tell your friends to do the same if they've not done so already. Also, don't forget to hit that notification button below so you know when I upload a new video. With that being said, have a nice day and stay safe. And peace out. I'll see you in the next NFL prediction video next week for Week 17 on Tuesday. Stay tuned, stay safe, peace out, bye for now. See you later, everyone. Bye.